I hope you know I did everything for you. I had one grand plan, and in it, so many plans for you. I just never anticipated this reaction. Peace and safety really turns into sudden destruction. It was a beautiful game, but in the end I heard checkmate. And that's a check from which a king cannot escape. I guess God had work for you, since he only calls his best soldiers home. Vision me sometimes and assure me I'm not alone. It will be colorless to visit, Mama, knowing you're not home and not the same calling, cause you can't pick up the phone. Nothing could ever prepare me for this. No self-help book, grief manual, or biographies. And I'm trying to see God's hand in this. But Lord, please forgive me if I'm moving too slow right now. But it's playing out like a TV show, and somehow I keep going back to one scene, trying to process the things I've seen. It honestly feels like a really bad dream. Like I'll wake up at some point and just bellow out a scream. But first I need to get you right. We have to wrap you up. So if ignorance is bliss, then don't wake me up. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for keep coming back, watching my stuff, subscribing. New subscribers, I see you. I appreciate you. Happy New Year. You know, for me, it's a little bittersweet. Vision is a reflection of, me losing my mom and trying to get her back to Jamaica, and the processes and the things I had to do, and how it affected me mentally, and I just put it in a poem. It happened here in the States just 3 days after my birthday, September 16th. So she passed on September 19th. She was already here in America, and she was on her way to see me after 3.5 years. I remember like yesterday giving her a full makeover, putting her on a plane for New York for Mother's Day from Jamaica. And shortly after that, I left Jamaica and didn't go back. And she, of course, she came back and forth, but our paths didn't cross. And so she was finally on her way to see me, but God had other plans for her. And so, it hit me in some kind of way that's, I can put it in words, but it's kind of hard, And I'm putting on a show right now, just so I can just explain my poem, But vision is just a reflection. Trying to get her home was it was very stressful. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of phone calls with the airline, with 2 funeral homes, with family members, well-wishers, people with concerns, people with negative comments, people with, it's just a lot, and I had to deal with all of that. But that was noise around the music, and for lack of a better metaphor, because it was a very sad and tragic time, but I'm grateful that we were able to, get her home. She had a wonderful send-off. The people that chipped in and showed their support and their love and gave us their assistance, man. Listen, I still don't know how to say thank you. First time, I know those folks out in Atlanta that just kept calling us saying, hey, Kenny, do this, do this, do this. And everything they said was just very necessary, And the people that came in and said, hey, Kenny, listen, man, I know you're putting on a show, but listen, pause for a second and get some sleep. Or Kenny, pause for a second and eat something. Shout out to my wife. She was, I don't know, she was there, she was there. I couldn't have done it without her. She was the main driver, because me driving, I probably would have wrecked, because there was so much thing going through my head. I'm gonna cut it off right there, guys. I got so much poems, but when that happened, I couldn't make no videos, you know, because I immediately I was problem solving. Couldn't bring her back to life, but I had to like get her buried, get her remains back to Jamaica, and so it was just a lot. If I didn't mention you, if I didn't say thank you, listen, I can't call everybody's name. You know this, and I don't want to say Tom, Dick, and Harry, Sam Cooke, you know, and Gray Stones. I'm just saying, you, yes you. I appreciate you. You know yourself. We as a family, you know, we couldn't have done it without you. You know, your prayers, your thoughts. I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful. You know, I'm gonna try to pick up the pieces for 2019, but it's gonna be it's gonna be rough, but you know, just look out for some more poetry. And as always, guys, think poetry.